Hello, everyone. Welcome to Celsius 233, your go-to place for fiction book summaries. Today, we will step into the world of The Mystery Knight by George R.R. Martin. The Mystery Knight by George R.R. Martin, published in 2010, is the third novella in the Tales of Dunk and Egg series, later collected in A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. Set nearly a century before the events of A Song of Ice and Fire, the story follows Ser Duncan the Tall Dunk, a humble hedge knight, and his squire, Egg, a Targaryen prince in disguise. They attend a wedding tourney that harbors dangerous secrets and political conspiracies, weaving themes of loyalty, identity, and ambition into the turbulent history of Westeros. Plot summary. Under a sky heavy with summer rain, Ser Duncan the Tall and his squire, Egg, departed Stony Sept on their journey north. Dunk, a towering hedge knight of simple origins, rode his warhorse Thunder, while Egg, secretly Aegon Targaryen, followed astride Rain, leading their mule meister laden with supplies. Passing through the town gates, they encountered the head of a hunchbacked septon impaled on a spike, a grim reminder of the price of treason under the reign of King Aerys I Targaryen and his hand, Bloodraven. The septon had preached against Bloodraven, claiming the king's hand was a sorcerer and a kinslayer, whispering treason in the ears of restless lords. With unease in their hearts, Dunk and Egg pressed on, eager to leave such dark omens behind. Their path soon crossed a lively party of knights, and lords headed to Whitewalls, the seat of Lord Butterwell, for a grand wedding tourney. Among the riders were the affable Sir John the Fiddler, the grim Lord Gorman Peak, and the boorish Lord Alan Cockshaw. The Fiddler, enchanted by Dunk's immense stature, urged the hedge knight to join the festivities, hinting at rich rewards for skilled competitors. Though reluctant at first, Dunk was tempted by the prospect of food and coin and decided to attend, hoping to bolster his purse for their journey to Winterfell. The castle of Whitewalls stood resplendent, its pale stone glinting in the sun like a beacon of wealth and vanity. As Dunk and Egg approached, they encountered other hedge knights, including the boastful Sir Glendonball, who claimed to be the son of the infamous Fireball, and the sardonic Sir Maynard Plum. The knights shared tales around a fire, discussing the wedding and the promised prize of a dragon's egg, a relic of the Targaryen dynasty. The atmosphere at Whitewalls was charged with intrigue. Beneath the veneer of merriment, whispers of rebellion swirled. Dunk observed the gathering of lords with shadowed histories, men who had once fought for the Blackfair pretenders, bastards of House Targaryen who had challenged their trueborn kin for the Iron Throne. The memory of the Redgrass Field, where Demon Blackfyre had fallen, loomed large, and the presence of Lord Peak, a staunch Blackfair supporter, raised troubling questions. The tourney began with much fanfare, knights donning bright colors and sigils to vie for glory. Dunk, ever modest, entered the lists with a plain shield and a heavy heart. His first tilt was against a knight of no great renown, and despite his doubts, Dunk's sheer strength and skill unhorsed his opponent. The victory filled his purse with a ransom and his belly with a warm meal, a rare luxury for a hedge knight. Meanwhile, Egg, mingling among the squires, gleaned valuable gossip. He overheard talk of Lord Butterwell's divided loyalties and the wedding as a potential rallying point for Blackfair loyalists. The dragon's egg, he learned, was not merely a prize but a symbol of legitimacy, capable of uniting discontented lords under a single banner. Egg's noble blood burned with indignation, but Dunk urged caution, reminding him of the danger in speaking out. As the festivities wore on, the fiddler's true nature began to unravel. Beneath his charm lay ambition. He confided in Dunk his belief that destiny had chosen him for greatness. The hedge knight, unversed in the Games of Thrones, dismissed the claim as idle boasting. Yet, when the fiddler hinted at a royal lineage and called Dunk Ser Duncan the Tall of the Kingsguard, unease gnawed at the knight. The word seemed a prophecy, one that clung to him like a shadow. The turning point came when Dunk stumbled upon a secret meeting in the depths of Whitewalls. Lords Peak and Cockshaw, along with others, plotted to raise Demon II Blackfair, the fiddler, as a new king. Their plan involved a staged rebellion, starting with the tourney as a smokescreen for their treachery. Dunk, realizing the gravity of their scheme, resolved to act, though his position as a lowly hedge knight left him powerless. The next day, the jousts continued, the mood growing darker as tensions simmered beneath the surface. Sir Glendonball, ridiculed for his parentage, earned admiration by unhorsing seasoned knights, his determination a stark contrast to the decadence of the lords. Dunk, too, pressed forward, his strength earning him a place among the finalists. Yet the weight of the conspiracy loomed, his thoughts consumed by the question of how to thwart the rebellion. When the Fiddler and Dunk faced each other in the final tilt, the stakes transcended mere glory. The Fiddler fought with reckless abandon, his skill undeniable, but Dunk's size and resilience carried the day. The crowd erupted in cheers, but the moment was fleeting. As Dunk dismounted, a horn blast shattered the revelry. Bloodraven's men had arrived. The king's hand, a pale figure with a blood-red eye, descended upon white walls with a host of archers and soldiers. The rebellion unraveled in an instant, its leaders arrested, their ambitions crushed beneath the weight of the crown's authority. Lord Butterwell's castle, a monument to vanity, was stripped stone by stone, a warning to those who dared defy the Targaryens. As the conspirators were led away, the dragon's egg passed into Bloodraven's possession. Dunk and Egg, weary and wiser, departed White Walls with their meager earnings. The road stretched ahead, fraught with uncertainty, but their bond, forged in hardship, remained unbroken. The knight and his squire rode on, the echoes of a rebellion that almost was fading into the mists of memory. That's a wrap for today, but there's more to explore in A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, Tales of Dunk and Egg series by George R.R. Martin. Check the description or Celsius 233 to keep the adventure going. Remember, while our summaries capture the essence, they can never replace the full experience of reading the book. If this summary intrigued you, consider diving into the complete story, buy the book, and immerse yourself in George R.R. Martin's original work. Bye-bye, take care, have fun.